So you're in Ensenada, Mexico. You really don't feel like doing a big organized excursion, but you do want to get off the ship, stretch your legs, see a little something without working too hard for it. Perfect. That's what this video is all about. I'm Barbara. Welcome to my channel. If you like content about excursions and cruise ships, then you're in the right place. So consider liking and subscribing to this channel. It really helps me out. So you're docked in Ensenada. You look outside and it's just pretty. There's boats everywhere. The ocean and the marina vibe. It's already a win. So let's get off the ship together. But before you go, quick reminder, your boarding pass and photo ID are your golden ticket back onto this floating hotel. Don't be that person digging through your 5 tote bags at the port gate. Keep them handy. So you get off the ship and you walk out the port gates. It's about a 5-10 minute walk to the main vendor area. It's flat and it's easy, and there's places to sit all along if you feel like you want to stop and rest or just stop and people watch. It's all a good thing. So now let's talk about the fun part. The shopping and, of course, the snacking. As soon as you get to the vendors, you'll see a lot of them. All of them would love to have your business. So the first thing you notice are the food vendors. You got the piña coladas, the churros, the tacos, and just the plain Mexican food. All right there and all calling your name. Of course, prices are very reasonable. And you know, they're happy to take US dollars, Canadian dollars, Mexican pesos. Oh, trust me, they're not picky. They just want you to buy something and have a good time. Well, I think they just want you to buy something, really. And it's totally okay to just look around too. You don't have to buy anything from the first person who talks to you, and yes, they're going to talk to you, which makes it part of the fun, part of the experience. And as you wander through, you're going to see hats. Some of them are really amazing and beautiful. Jewelry, there's lots and lots of jewelry. You get your pick of a whole lot of different things with a whole lot of different qualities. And t-shirts. Of course, you always need your souvenir t-shirts. There's keychains and magnets and all of the usual souvenir suspects. There's even some that sell herbs. So if you're into that kind of thing, you can find that there too. It's actually a really nice spot if you want to grab a few things just to bring home to family and friends. There's also a rock and gemstone stall with some beautiful pieces. If you're into crystals or stones, take a peek. The prices were surprisingly reasonable. And you'll also find more jewelry, and even more jewelry. Of course, you'll find that. There's rings and earrings and necklaces and ankle bracelets. Whatever you want in jewelry, you're going to find it. Then there's some leather goods. There's leather wallets, and then there's leather belts as well as sandals. So those were quite lovely too. Of course, rings and earrings, hats and sunglasses. So if you forgot yours before getting on the ship, don't worry, you can find it there. There's tote bags and sweatshirts and blankets. And one vendor was very excited for us to film his items. So if you see a stall full of nice wallets and belts and an enthusiastic salesperson, that might be him. So go and say hi. He was actually quite a lovely man. He thought he could have a say in the video though, but surprise, there was no volume in the video. Oh well. Honestly, if you want something small to remember Ensenada by, you'll probably find it here. And when you've had enough of browsing and politely saying no thank you for like the 20th, maybe 30th time, there is a way to leave that main vendor area and head out towards even more things. So right outside, you're going to find another set of vendors, and this time, instead of souvenirs, and many of them are selling excursions. There's city tours, local attractions, and the one we chose was an electric horse-drawn carriage. Well, no, it was an electric carriage wagon. So it was pretty interesting. was like a horse-drawn carriage, but of course there's no horses right now. It's just all electric. So we decided to try one of those electric carriage rides. So they were originally asking $30 for 30 minutes. So you got to go past the museums and see some of the things in Ensenada. So we did a little negotiating. Of course, it's always worth trying, and found somebody who actually came after us and wanted us and agreed to the $20 that we were offering somebody else. So in the end, we got a 20-minute ride. We probably could have negotiated a bit better and got 30-minute ride for the $20, but you know what? It was still a nice experience. These little carriages can usually hold 4 to 5 people. So if you're with your family, friends, it can be very affordable for a mini tour because it was $20 for the ride, period. Didn't matter how many people you put in it. And our driver was quite a lovely character. He played music, he spoke some English. It wasn't great, but there was some English in there. And he worked to point out some of the sights as we went along. And it was a really relaxing way to see some of the museums, the main tourist street, the local shops, the bars, the restaurants, a few hotels, and established buildings. And apparently, if you want, they can stop and you can grab a drink or something to eat. We didn't ask for that, but they do offer it. We also saw places offering Segway tours, lots of bars, food spots, and people were coming up to the carriage and saying, hey, come and have a drink here, come and have some food here. It was like, okay, there's all sorts of offerings for you. So it's a really pleasant, lovely trip going down the main strip. And you can see both sides of the street and get a feel for the town. So the carriage took us right back to where we started, which was near the market and close to the port gate. It was super convenient for heading right back to the ship, and then you're done. So if the carriage ride isn't your thing, there's other ways that you can go to the downtown area. Apparently, you can take a bus to the main area for about $5 and walk around, shop, eat, and explore at your own pace. So if you're thinking, I don't want to spend a fortune, and I don't want a big all-day tour, this is a perfect way to spend the day. It was a lovely, gentle walk. It had a bit of shopping. Maybe you could have a snack. It was a short ride into town and back to the ship with energy to spare. So it's that simple. Low stress when you're wondering what to do in Ensenada. If you don't want a full excursion, you do want to get off the ship and have a bit of light shopping, maybe a little bit of sightseeing and people watching. This is the thing to do, without spending a whole lot of money either. So if you've enjoyed this little walkthrough and found it helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I do ship tours, tips on earning comp cruises through casino play, and videos just like this, showing easy things to do in port without booking big excursions. And remember, if not now, when? See you in the next video.